Next time you're in Goodwill and you see one of these old wall decor pieces, grab that joint. I'm going to show you how to give it an update. To start off, we're going to knock that sheen off the top. Unfortunately, I wasn't being left alone.
Really? I'm busy.
That's my mother's dog, Morgan. He means well. Anyhow, we're going to take some of this paint and do a nice coat all over the whole piece. This is just going to give us a nice base, and I really like using this paint as a base. It's inexpensive, so I don't feel like I'm wasting it, and it gives really good coverage, usually after just one coat. Feel free to use whatever paint you would like as your base. I know this works really well for me. Once this was dry, it was time for us to add in some details on the edge with some color. I grabbed my DIY paint in the plaster color. I do get my DIY paint from Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs for anyone interested. And people, I tell you what, for real, what is, oh my gosh. Finally. If them lids get stuck on there, people, they are no joke to get off. Ooh, and I have hand grip strength issues, so there's that. I'm using a little angle brush to take this paint and go around all the curvy little detail edges of our wood plaque piece here. I allowed this to dry, and I did apply 2 coats. Once that was dry, it was time for us to bring in our TDS Creative Decoupage tissue paper. You can remix this idea and do whatever you would like. I am actually going to use the design on the tissue paper as our focal point for our upcycled piece. I'm just using my finger to trace all around the edges and then flipping the tissue paper over on the back to cut it all out. It's easier for me to be able to see where that indent is. Use whatever medium you would like. I'm taking my folk art right here and applying a nice little layer and then trimming gingerly with my fan brush all around the edges, making sure not to go over the sections where I applied the paint. I'm taking my little water bottle here and giving a little spritzy spritz on the back of this tissue paper. It just helps to spread our piece out. When I was happy with the initial application, I then took my cling wrap and just went over where I had already applied with my hands. I allowed this to dry and felt like our piece needed a little something still. So I grabbed one of these wood appliques that I also have available on my website and put a layer of our plaster DIY paint on here.